Hi everyone, I'm Jan and I am in Florida. Whoa, it's very nice. You can see I am trying to get some suntan. It's about 80 Fahrenheit, something, or up to about 30 centigrades, maybe 25 centigrades. So it's really nice and lovely weather. And I just wanted to tell you, probably noticed that I haven't been responding to your comments for a week, and some of you asking where I am and why I'm not answering, while I'm not in the camera, because I'm just showing you mostly surroundings and you don't see me. So here I am, so nothing's changed. And just come back from Western Caribbean cruise, and wanted just to tell you a little bit, because I don't know if you've seen it in the news or not, that made some headlines that 500 people got sick on Royal Caribbean. Two ships actually. One ship is, I wasn't one of them, it's Independence of the Seas, and the other ship was in Australia. So it's about 5,500 people we had on board on our ship, and we had 5-day cruise. Jamaica and Haiti we were supposed to visit. We did visit it, but it didn't go to the plan. So, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. We came back yesterday, and I was thinking to make some videos actually about what happened yesterday, but was really so tired, so decided I'll make a video today, tell you a little bit about it, because maybe some of you are going to go on cruise and you worry about all of these things. You know, it happens quite often that people get sick on the cruises. So and I want to just tell you a little bit of the experience, what we experienced, and how to try to prevent to get sick. Okay, so so we went on 11th December, right? And this is the first time on such a big ship. It was built in 2008, 2009, I think. It was like the biggest cruise line at that time. So we were quite excited, because we had before very small cruises, like 2-3 nights, and smaller ships. So that was something like really cool to see, like a city on the sea, right? So that was very, very interesting. And we wanted to have a little bit of, you know, like pre-Christmas treat. So we worked hard this year. It was a bit hard year for us, and we thought we'll have a little bit of treat for this year. Okay, for the end of this, celebrate the end of the year and celebrate Christmas, and have a cruise, enjoy ourselves. So the first 2 days was alright, and we started to hear from some other people saying that somebody started to like get sick on the ship, so they just started to advise to wash your hands a bit more often, which we were doing anyway all the time, because we've been traveling for about 8 to 9 years now, like non-stop traveling, and we're always very careful about the you know, the sanitary, let's say, washing the hands, right? Like we're taking some pills like vitamin C. It's very important to take vitamin C, and to build your immune system, because it depends on your immune system too, right? So, and like out of all these years, I've been sick only like once, like really bad sick, and it was in China actually. So, and but it was like, couldn't really like wash hands properly out there, and eating something like really, really bad. So that's how I got it, but my husband never had it, but this time he got it on the cruise. So on this cruise I'm fine, so I didn't get any bugs, so I didn't get sick at all, but my husband got it. So it did feel like it was at least one person per cabin, because wherever we were chatting with other people, and it's out of the group, like 4 people in the cabin, 1 would be sick, 2 people in the cabin, 1 would be sick. And we noticed that most of people we asked, it was mostly men, quite a lot of male. So I don't know, that's how it was. So we were supposed to go, so that day, Jamaica Day, and like me and my husband were supposed to have an excursion. So we went in the morning, we went on the bus, and he started to feel sick. So he had, I don't know what you say it in English, vomiting, I think. So he had one vomiting, so we had to stop the bus. Luckily we didn't drive too fast, so we only like drove a little bit away from the port, and we had to stop it and jump out from the bus, and he was sick. Also actually the other man jumped out, but I don't know if because he ran away, maybe he also started to feel sick, but the rest of the group just continued without us. So we had to go back to the ship because I didn't know how bad it was, because my husband was a bit shaky and felt like dizzy or something. So I was like worried, what if it's like really like something bad, like virus, because they're like warning about all this, like viruses could be like Zika or Zuka or something, I don't know. So we ran to the medical center in the ship. So they offered that if you feel like some not well, so you have to go to the medical center to see the assistants. So at the medical center, it was about 11 o'clock in the morning, and we had to fill in the forms, and we were already number 90. So that was like unbelievable, 90. So they had that many applications of the sick people, and so they told us to go back to the cabin and just stay in cabin and wait for them to call us to see the doctor. So that's what we did. And while we were in this medical center, people were sick. They couldn't hold vomiting, and some were doing it right on the floor. So that was kind of a little bit wow, you know. So, but they were cleaning it very fast, of course. So they did a good job of trying to clean it so it's not visible. I mean, it wasn't like everybody was like walking on the ship and get sick like in the corners or anything. No, it was, I didn't see anybody doing it around the ship area, but just in that medical area. Okay, so some people did. And to be honest, the whole day we had to wait. I came down and checked a few times, and we were still far away from seeing the doctor. It was like I don't know, I came in the evening and we were still 50 or something waiting in a list. So I asked just for some, like, you know, pills, because it felt like my husband was like really a bit hot or something, so I thought he has a fever. So they gave us some tablets, and so he took it, and then he was sleeping all day. We saw the doctor only around I think like 10 o'clock in the evening, so it took about 12 hours since we could see the doctor. But I mean, he didn't feel like really bad, like it wasn't like really urgent to see, so that's why we were like, okay, it's okay. He had it only once. He wasn't vomiting anymore during that day, so which was okay. So he was just very, very sleepy, had a very big headache, and he was just staying in bed and resting. So then we saw doctor, and they gave us some other pills and told us how to take it. So that's what he did. And next day also they asked for him to stay in the cabin. So they had a bit of the quarantine. So they asked all the people who were sick and having the same symptoms, pain in the stomachs, and some people had diarrhea or vomiting. So they asked to stay in the cabin. So my husband had to stay about 2 days inside the cabin. On the next day he felt much better. So he woke up, he felt okay, but he still stayed until the evening, so only went outside for the evening show. And they also offered the service in the room, a drink and some food, so he had something inside the room. And that's all really the experience. So, and then next day, like yesterday, we just checked out, and it's all good. But when we were checking out, we were driven from the port from the entrance area to our car parking, and we had some other people with us, and they were also saying that somebody was still sick right wait on the checkout area. So there were still people vomiting and having problems. So they said it's about 300 people on our ship got sick. So I don't know, was it more or not, but you know, to be honest, what was the first day when we came on the ship and enjoyed it in the evening and during the day, and then we went to eat at buffet. There was lots of people. It's like queues and crowds everywhere, so you could see it's huge ship, lots of people. And when they did quarantine, like the last 2 days, when I was going for food, it's like empty. It's like very empty. So it kind of felt like it is definitely something is going on. People sick or something, but they definitely less people on the ship, like in the public like areas, let's say. So they probably were staying in the rooms and on a quarantine, not coming out. So yeah, it was like this. But so the first few days we were all like relaxed and we were doing whatever we wanted. Like we went first night we went into the restaurant, so we were eating and we were queuing to get to seats. So and the next day we went to the buffet. So and then this is where we were eating afterwards most all the time, the breakfast, lunch, dinner in the buffet, because the buffet was just great, lots of food, good choice. And but the only what was there, of course, because you place the food by yourself, so it's lots of spoons to take, right, and place it on your plate. And I believe that of course that some people wouldn't wash their hands, right? So some people just don't follow the rules. And there's children, it's very hard to make children to wash their hands. So I would believe then probably of course somebody pick up this spoon and then plates and then take another one, so next person takes it, can catch it. And I think this is maybe how it spread. And also I think it could be from the fruits, like the watermelon, pineapple and melon. My husband was eating that. I wasn't touching it at all. I didn't feel like I wanted it. Usually I do also have, but he likes it more than me. And then we've been to many buffets before, like, you know, in many places, and had buffets before, and he always have it. But I don't, and I tell you why, because I think that some infection or whatever could come from those fruits, not from the inside but from the outside, because you know they have a hard skin, and like we do, we always wash it like Russians, okay? We always wash it before we cut it. So you have watermelon, you wash it first very nicely. You really better if you put like soap on it and you wash it, because they bring it also from the different exotic countries, and of course it's the heat, and there is anything can be developed on top of the surfaces. I have no idea how they wash it, and but I believe it could have been from there. I think this is maybe my husband got it from, because that's the only thing I didn't eat, because everything else we were eating the same. The meat we were eating the same, like the other fruits, like we had strawberries and blackberries and all the same, and everything else, and potatoes and rice and in pasta. So, and the desserts, absolutely the same we had, except those fruits. So that's only what I didn't have at all, didn't touch it. So that's what was happening out there. So you see, and if you're going like on a cruise, well, okay, let's just say after it's all we started to become, let's say, sequel, the ship itself. So they started to be, the crew started to be a little bit more like wash your hands, wash your hands. So they had the gels, you know, always have gels. We also have gels, if especially like I'm saying in the exotic countries, when you are, it's always very easy to pick up something and make your stomach upset. That's why we always have the sanitary with us, like the one gel you put on your hands and you clean it. You see, which not always working. Like when I was in China, it didn't work because they don't have soaps to wash your hands. Like in China, I got sick, and that not always works. Okay, so especially if you're trying to pick up food with your fingers, so better not to. But that's how I got it last time. So, and but because of this, like now we're like really very paranoid about this, to be like always clean it and wash it and have vitamins all the time, take some vitamins. So so they were making us here all the time. They were like checking out, they didn't miss anybody. So wherever anybody would go into the food court, they would like give us the gel, so clean the hands. Then they were stopped. They didn't let us to put our food. They were giving us food, so you just ask what you want and they were putting it to you. So that's way, hopefully it was less spreading. Well, okay, I didn't get it. Okay, so I guess I was following the rules. Okay, so if you follow the rules, you don't get it. I always also saying, so if you decide to go on a cruise, right, or any other exotic country, wherever. But let's say we're talking about cruise, so you'd be scared, maybe some of you, to get something like that, the bug or virus. Just follow the simple rules. When you feel like you need to snort or cough, just cover up your mouth, because I see lots of people that don't cover, right? They sneeze everywhere, they like cough, but as I'm saying, it could be, it's not just on the cruises, it's everywhere, it could be. So just like cover up your mouth. Get the paper tissues in your pockets, we always have them. So you done this, you throw it away. So that's how you helping the other people not to catch what you already have. It's so easy. So vitamins, ask your doctor if you can take vitamins, especially vitamin C. We take in a very high dosage, but you have to ask your doctor if you can do it. It helps. Unfortunately, we didn't take vitamins for a while because we just came, and I bought, and we only started to take vitamin C like a day before we went on the ship. I think because usually I'm trying to take high dosage of vitamin C at least a week before we go anywhere, like on the airplane, on the cruise, or traveling. And usually they say vitamin C doesn't stay in your body, but I believe if you start it earlier, it helps to build up immune system. And then you are going somewhere where you can get something, it's already built up. So, and you keep just taking it and keep taking it until you're going back home, and then you still keep taking it for at least a week, and then it's fine. Okay, so because you have adaptation, the different climate, different temperature, different time zone. So, but always ask your doctor. Okay, consultation with your doctor. Okay, I don't ask my doctor. I know it because I've been doing it for 8-9 years, and I always been doing it. So that was every time I would take the vitamin C, I would never get anything. So but many people have allergies or anything else or conditions, so you have to ask your doctor. Okay, so hygiene, of course. Wash your hands. You go to toilet, you go wash it, and you're going to eat, wash it. Try eat. Do not use your fingers. Even this I'm saying, even if you wash it, try it without touching the food with your fingers, and always clean the spoons and forks and knives. Even though they wash it, they give it to you, I still don't believe that it's completely clean. So I will always dry it, clean it with tissue, you know, with tissue or napkin, just clean everything. Okay, I know some people look like, oh, she's like maybe a little bit too paranoid. Well, you know, but you see, it saved me from being sick. My husband didn't do it. Yeah, he also like many people, like, I'm British, I'm not gonna get it. Well, you did, you got it now. So maybe if you would be more careful, you wouldn't, because when you have so many people in one place, and especially in such a not big place, right? It's still it's a ship, isn't it? It's not like out in the city or something. So you have to do things like that. So just clean it, wipe the plate, even though, as I'm saying, it's clean, but still do it again, wipe it, because sometimes you can see that it's not always 100% clean. Believe me, it's not. So just clean it. And if you like buffets, and if you put your food also on the plates with touching the different handles of the spoons, then just have, like I'm saying, that little sanitizer with you, and before you start eating, just clean your hands again. Okay, so that should prevent you really from getting this nasty bug or whatever, from being sick. So that's it, really. This is like really simple rules. I think if you follow, and like I'm saying, if you can, I would say, do not eat watermelons, melons or pineapples, you know, with the hard skin, the ones which are supposed to be washed from the outside. They have to be washed very well, honestly, very well. That's what I'm saying. If you like me, you don't trust much, better avoid it. Okay, just avoid it. If you like not sure about the berries, just you can take a plate also, put some water in it and wash the berries. I didn't do it, so, but with those ones you can't control it, because you can't wash the watermelon or melon, because if they already cut it with some infection from the top of the skin, it goes in. You can't do anything about it, so better not to. Well, this is how I think. So I believe, I don't know, maybe this is not true, and maybe you can't get it that way, but I believe you can. So that's why I'm trying to avoid it. And of course, when you're eating meat or anything else, just have a look. Like somebody was complaining, they had chicken, somebody ate chicken, it was not cooked properly, you know, a little bit rawish, or not very well cooked, and of course got upset stomach. It's very easy to get upset stomach from a little bit uncooked meat, and especially I know you guys really like all this like steaks with a little bit pink in it, with blood in it. I never eat something like that. I never eat. And maybe you're used to it, some of you would be fine, but everybody I know, at least from Russia, we don't eat it like that, with no blood, no pink. And I know everybody who would come in the countries and they would try a little bit that raw, they would always be having a diarrhea afterwards, just believe me. So I don't know, we even though we like drink a lot of vodka, yeah, so drink vodka, it will help you from getting poison, okay? Not sure about if it will help you from the virus, but it will definitely help you from the poisoning. And we didn't drink vodka enough. My husband didn't drink vodka enough. Maybe he should have, and he would have been fine. So that's the things, guys, for you. If you will be going on a cruise, don't be scared. Enjoy yourself. Just be a little bit more careful. You know, in such a place, you have to think about these things. I know you don't want lots of people trying to just relax and have fun and just forgetting about all this stuff. Like, you know, I'm on vacation. What's gonna happen? And these things happen, and they can upset you and destroy your vacation. So. I mean, okay, I'm not too much upset about it. Okay, yes, we missed Jamaica mostly, didn't go on a tour, and I had a bit of the lonely day on Friday all day on the ship. Of course, I was coming back and checking out how's my husband, and he was just laying in bed watching TV all day. So I just did on some events. They had some things was happening, so I was coming backwards and forwards. So it was a little bit, yeah, not very convenient, let's say, not very enjoyable on your own. And but of course, if next time we will definitely would go again on a cruise, okay? Just maybe, as I'm always careful, my husband will be more careful next time, but I don't think he will be. He's just like, it was okay, like, okay, I was sick a little bit, so what? So for him it's like, you know, he's not making a big deal out of it. So it's like, okay, yes, it happens, it's always happening. But if you're first time cruising or first time traveling or something on a cruise, just be careful, please, okay? Be safe and be healthy. So just follow the rules. Okay, that's all, guys. So if everything is going to be fine, you know, because I had a bit of hard year, my mom was ill and I had to be in Russia for a year, look after her, and I didn't make too many videos, like Forex videos last autumn, and if everything's going to be fine, so my mom is feel better now, so she's in Russia with relatives, she's looked after and she's recovering slowly. So if I don't have to go back again, if there is something emergency that happens, I hope not, everything hopefully will be okay. So I will be staying in the US for a few months up until April. So if you want me to do any videos, because right now I'm having a rest, okay? My Forex channel, if you follow in my Forex, you know I'm having a holiday right now and I do not trade this month, okay? The December, January. So I will be back sometimes in January or maybe February. So it depends. I would want to see what's happening in the market. So you can of course subscribe to my Jana FX channel so you don't miss any Forex videos. And of course don't miss new videos here, Jana Travels, also subscribe. And you can write the comments what you want to see here. If you're interested, I'm in Orlando area, Winter Garden. It's a small town, not far from Orlando. So I don't know if I showed it to you or not. Maybe I'll show you in next videos a little bit around what this look like. And of course I will be editing my videos from the cruise. You will see the cruise finally, but I need to edit it first, okay? So right now we're gonna have lots of Christmas and holidays going on, so I might be a little bit busy, so it might be you will see those videos from the cruise in January. But as I'm saying, if you will be subscribed, you will not miss it. You will see what the ship looked like, what we were doing day by day, apart from being sick for my husband. Well, I was still going around a little bit, so you'll see what we were doing. And well, that's all I think for now. Okay, so I wish you all happy holidays, as it's a holiday now, 2 weeks, so it's a few days till Christmas. So happy Christmas to all of you who celebrate it. And of course I wish everyone to have a very, very good new coming year. So I hope you all celebrate New Year Eve, and would have fun, and wish you all the best. So let your all wishes come true in new year 2018. Let's leave everything bad behind in this year 2017 and bring only good stuff into 2018. Okay, so that's all, guys. I see you later. Bye, John.